What if Mars isn't actually dead? That's not a question most people are asking. For decades, we assumed Mars was a cold, barren world. Its core cooled, its volcanoes silent, its oceans long gone. A planet that gave up billions of years ago. But something is changing that picture, and it's pushing Elon Musk's Mars landing timeline forward again. Let's talk about what's actually been discovered. The largest volcano in the entire solar system sits on Mars, Olympus Mons. It dwarfs anything on Earth, rising nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. For a long time, we assumed it was ancient history, a relic of a more active Mars that no longer existed. But recent imaging data from Mars orbiters tells a very different story. Scientists analyzing thousands of photographs taken by Mars-orbiting spacecraft noticed something unusual: massive landslides, unusual surface fractures, and geological disturbances, most of which simply did not exist before 2010. These features appeared recently, on a geological timescale that's essentially yesterday. What does that mean? It means Mars still has significant heat in its interior, enough to trigger subsurface activity, enough to reshape the surface from below. Mars isn't the dead planet we thought it was. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Since 2018, humanity has had a seismometer on Mars, the InSight lander, actively listening to the planet. It recorded over 1,300 Marsquakes. Most were faint, far quieter than what we experience on Earth. But the fact that they're happening at all confirms that Mars has an active interior, and geologically speaking, that's significant for anyone thinking about building a future there. Now, add water to the equation. Radar instruments aboard Mars rovers and orbiters have detected what appears to be a large body of subsurface liquid water near the Martian South Pole, along with surface ice coverage, spanning an area roughly 3 times the size of Taiwan. Liquid water beneath the ice on Mars. We know what liquid water means. On Earth, wherever there's liquid water, there's life. Even in the most extreme environments, deep Antarctic ice, boiling hydrothermal vents, life finds a way. So the question of whether Mars might still harbor microbial life, that question just got a lot more serious. And there's one more discovery that quietly changed everything. NASA's Perseverance rover successfully converted Martian carbon dioxide into breathable oxygen. It sounds small, it isn't. That single experiment proved that we can produce oxygen directly from the Martian atmosphere, using resources that are already there. No need to ship it from Earth. These findings, stacking one on top of another, are precisely why SpaceX has been accelerating its timeline. Musk's team has publicly committed to putting astronauts on Mars by 2029. That's not a distant dream anymore, that's 8 years away. And right now, their focus is on a very specific challenge. How do you use what's already on Mars to keep humans alive once they get there? Oxygen from CO2, water from ice, heat from a planet that isn't as dead as we thought. Think about that. Everything we assumed was missing, Mars may have been quietly holding onto all along. So the real question isn't whether the technology is coming, it is. The question is, what are we going to find when we actually get there? If you want to keep following humanity's most ambitious journey beyond Earth, subscribe and stay with us. The next chapter of this story is going to be unlike anything we've covered before.